What's up everyone, Rich at Rivera Urban Homestead. It's Saturday, February 6th. Very gray skies out. It has been really windy the last week. So one thing we're going to do right off the bat this morning before the rains come in is we're going to go rake up some leaves out front. Get them in a black bag so we can start making some leaf mold. But I want to show you one thing that I've noticed out back here. Okay, so as you can see these holes right here, one there, there's a deep one here. All of these holes, I've been noticing them appearing in my yard. I'm like, what in the world is going on? Hello girls, not yet. You can stay in there for a while. But anyway, they're all over the place. Hole there, hole there, hole there. So I set up my game cam out here last night. Let me show you what I caught. So yeah, big old raccoon coming in the backyard at night and just digging around looking for stuff to eat. That's why I lock away my chickens at night, because it was a big one. I don't want that thing getting in the coop one night. So anyway, let me show you out front what we got going on. Alright, so as you can see, I got a ton of leaves that fell all last week. Just all over this area. So what we're going to do is rake this all up, get them in the black bag, and make some leaf mold. Oh yeah. And just like that, I collected 3 big bags of leaves. I cleaned up my area. Now I'm just going to poke holes in the bags, wet those down, put them on the side of the house, and just let them turn to leaf mold. And while we're out here, we might as well turn this compost. Okay, so one thing I noticed about the finished compost is with the holes down at the bottom, roots are starting to grow up from the ground through the holes in the compost bin. That ain't good. So we're gonna have to put like a floor down, because look at that. I'm gonna have to find some wood to put under here too, because the roots are gonna start growing up through that one as well. Let me go find something. Beautiful. Just trying to refix my gate so it is a little more sturdier. Alright, cool. I'm glad I got that gate finally secured. Got it back on the hinges, so that's nice. It's working well. Anyway, I'm in the garage because it's really windy outside and I don't think you'd be able to hear me out there. So, Next, what we're going to do is go in the garden. We're going to dig holes directly into the yard, and we're going to plant 2 of the tomato plants in ground. I just want to try it. One thing I did go do is I was looking at the local supermarkets for whole fish, because I watch Hollis and Nancy's Homestead. I don't know, you guys probably have seen it as well, but they're really cool people and they grow some amazing produce. So what he always does is he puts a big fish at the bottom of the hole and puts garden lime over it to keep the smell down, and then he plants on top of that fish. So when the roots get down into that fish, it's already composting and it's just a good fertilizer. But I cannot find any, so we're going to skip the fish portion. We're going to go make up some soil with the Black Cow, our compost, some topsoil. I got bone meal, blood meal, organic fertilizer. We're going to mix up a batch of that. We're going to dig the holes, pull the dirt out that is existing, make a berm around the holes with that dirt. Then we're going to put our mixture in the hole with the tomato plants. So let's try and do some in-ground tomato plants. First, we're going to add some topsoil to the wheelbarrow. Very windy out. Next, we're going to add some of the compost. Now we're doing the Dr. Earth homegrown organic fertilizer. Tomatoes, vegetables, and herbs. Throw about a couple of handfuls in there. After that, we're doing the blood meal, which is 14, so it's a high nitrogen. It's really good for the leaves and the greenery. And then bone meal, which is high in phosphorus, good for the root systems and the plant itself. And some Black Cow. Okay, so there's the first hole. I made it extra big just so we can add some of our mixed up soil. See? Look at it, goes way down in there. There's plenty of room to fill it in with some of the good soil and all around it. So that's a good size hole to use. Now I'm just gonna put about 6 inches at the bottom of the soil that we mixed up. We're gonna trim up some of the bottom stuff on this tomato plant and plant it a little deeper than what we have it in now. All right, let's get the other one done. I'm just going to trim the lower leaves of that so I can bury it deeper. Okay, so there we go, our first in-ground tomato plants ever. And then I just used the dirt or the sand, whatever you want to call it, that I took out of the hole, and I just made a big old berm around there so I could fill that all the way up with water, and it could slowly drain down nice and deep, and you just kind of fill it up. So there's one, and then here's the other one. So nice. Put a little tomato cage around it. Okay, so now I'm just going to get them all nice and watered in. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I don't need to water too much.